Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to take your raw unedited image and convert it into a proper dimensioned passport size or any other size photo so that you can multiply and make printable version of it very easily. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is get the GIMP software, which is free and open source. So just go to Google and search GIMP, GIMP. Go to the first link and then you will get the links to download it. So download it and install it on your PC. I will provide all the links in the description down below, so follow there for your convenience. So once you install the GIMP software in your local machine, you will get this screen. So now we need the image. For example, for test purpose I am using this one. Just right click on the file and then open with GIMP. If you get a dialog box, just press OK or keep. Here is the photo. So we will work on this photo. I have got this 6-step procedure to break it down easily for you. And the step 1 is to create a template document with the proper dimension, 300 dpi. So let's just create the file from box. For this example, I am going to use 51mm by 51mm, which is usually the USA standard uh, size. So 51 mm, 51 mm. Also click here the DPI. This needs to be 300 and 300, right? Pixels per inch. Press OK. So we have got this black box. Here you can see two boxes. The front or foreground is white and the background is black. So just when the box is selected in yellow dotted line, just go to edit and then fill with foreground color, which is white. Okay, so we got the template document. Now let's move on to step 2. The photo that we have got has some background which yours will usually have. So just go to one of the links here, remove bg, just google it, or the photo room, just google it and then you can just have the link. I will add them in the description as well. Just background remover, press it and then upload your image. For saving time, I have already done it. So once you remove background and then download the standard resolution video or photo, just similarly right click here and then open with GIMP again. Right. So step 2 is also done, removing background. Third is to crop this photo and then paste it into your document. So here you can use this crop tool, or also you can find it in tools, transform tool, and then crop. So just use something like this. You can also make it bigger or smaller. Here check whether this fixed aspect ratio button is checked or not. It should not be checked, right? So that you can move the cropping, do the cropping freely. So once you have got the initial frame, just press enter. So now you can see this is our cropped photo, but this is our current outline or selection. So what we need to do now is to go to image and then flatten image. Here I have written it as well, flatten and then paste. Okay, so now copy this, edit and then copy. So this is copied and then we go to our initial document that we have created in step 1. Here we just edit, paste as single layer, right? So here you can see the image has fitted perfectly, but in your case this might not. So what then you need to do is here, come here and use the selection scale tool, which shortcut is shift s, or you can also go here, tools, transform tools, scale, right? So let's say for example your photo is like this, you can just scale it down to, let me just make it bigger for demonstration purpose. So for example, let's say this is the photo, so I'm just scaling it. Now you see that it is bigger, and then there is move tool, the shortcut is M, or you can also use it from transform tools, move. You can just move the photo as required. So I'm gonna go with this and then press. You don't have to press anything, just go to image again and then flatten it again, so that we just get this part of the image. So now we have got the image. Now the fourth step is to add outer border to the photo. So just when the photo is selected, now you can see yellow borders around the image. So if you go to edit, the stroke selection is not gonna work. What you need to do is go to select and then select all. You can see the yellow line has become black and white. Now if you go to edit and stroke selection, you will find this. So the stroke color would be foreground color. Our foreground is white, so we're gonna go with that. And the line width would be 12 pixel. I found 12 pixel to work pretty good, but you can tweak around to your liking. And once you're satisfied, just press stroke, or if you don't want any kind of outer border, you can just skip this part. So press stroke. Here you can see we have got a 12 pixel outer border all over the image, all around the image. Okay, let's move on to step 5. Hold on with me. So this is a bit different. So we have got our single passport size photo, but how are we gonna multiply this? So there is a very easy tool here in GIMP, but for that we need to understand a little calculation, right? So let's say I want to create this image into a A4 document and multiply it as much as possible. So usual A4 size page is 210 millimeter by 297 millimeter. So if you remember, we have used 51 millimeter by 51 millimeter for this size, the dimension of this photo. So now the width of this photo A4 size is 210 millimeter, and if we divide it by 51, which is the single width of this image, it would be 4.11. So we can rounding down this 4.11, we get 4. So we can easily put 4 images into this A4 size document. So now we got the number 4, right? But you need to convert it to pixel, because the tool that I am talking about works in pixel for whatever reason. So the 4 into 51 would be 204 millimeter, and if you just use this, the number of millimeters divided by 25.4 into 300. 300 is for 300 dpi. Then you will get the pixel. You can just use ChatGPT or Google to convert 24 millimeter 300 dpi to pixel. So if that's convenient for you. And similarly, sorry, this would be 297. Similarly for the length, so the A4 size length is 297. If we divide, we can see is 5.8, rounding down is 5. So we can get 5 rows of data into five rows of photos into the A4 size photo. So 5 into 51 is 255 millimeter, and then converting this to pixel would be 3011, right? So I'm gonna show this a bit later. Let's move on to step 6. Step 6 is just to create. You can just use here A4 300 dpi. Just check here 300 300. So okay, we have got the image, and edit this, fill with background, foreground color. Now think of the A4 page like in rows and columns. So we can have a maximum of 4 columns, as you can see here as per the calculation in the A4 page, and then 5 rows from here, 5 and 4, right? So if we want to get the whole A4 page with this image, we need to add this 2409 into 3011, which are coming from here for 4 rows and 4 columns and 5 rows. So let's just, once the photo is selected, just go to filters, map, tile. Once you have the dialog box, just put in the numbers 2409. These are all in pixels. 3011. So it will open in a new image. Press OK, and boom, you just got a whole page of A4 photos. And now you can just select, copy this, and then paste it here to the A4 document that we have just created, right? And you can just export this as untitled PNG and then export it and then print it, right? Also,